Oh, he's gotten a light. Ow! Ow! That wasn't very nice. Hello, Minecraft community. I'm Elvin Maestro, and welcome to my new video. In case you're wondering, this is a survival let's play, and looks like my friend Cruiser just logged on in my swamp, me boy. Fantastic. That's a combination of various different English dialects, I'm sure. So to put it very simply, I just wanted to do something fun on this channel to just kind of get the content flowing a little bit. So I decided to do a survival let's play series. I'm on a realm actually right now with a couple of friends. Some of them do upload their videos to YouTube. Some of them do not. And I have some big plans for this world, and I thought it would be very, very fun to share it with the YouTube Minecraft community, and so that's what I'm gonna do. So without further ado, the big question is, where have I chosen to set up my base? Well, I think I've kind of given it away here. I have chosen... Womp, womp, womp. I have chosen a swamp. Now, I know swamps are kind of notorious for being the ugliest biome in the game, but hear me out here for a second. I know swamps are ugly. Okay, I know this. Swamps make leaves look super brown, they make the water look murky, and they make everything just kind of duller and grayer, right? But here's the thing. That is exactly what I want. Aha! Well, you see, most people want to have a base that looks pretty and nice and cushy and all that stuff, but I am looking to make a little bit of a base that looks like it's been through a lot. It looks like it's had a really hard life, sort of a post-apocalyptic landscape is what I'm going to turn this whole thing into. And what better biome to build a post-apocalyptic landscape than a swamp? I mean, everything is dull, everything... What? Whoa, look at the... Oh, he's gotten a light. Ow! Ow! That wasn't very nice. Look at him. He has gotten elytra. This is my boy. This is my boy Cruiser. And it looks like Cruiser is going to let us take a look at this base from the sky. Now, it's not much to look at this point. It's really just really grossness here. Oh, man. Oh, look at this. Okay, here we go. Let's outfit this and take it off. Ah! Okay, we are in the air. Oh, look at this. That's my little... That is, if you're wondering, that little radioactive symbol there, that is where our mob farm is going to go. It's actually going to be an underground mob farm, and we'll work on that in a later video. Okay, where were we? I have no idea, actually. So I'm just going to pick up where I believe I left off, and that is the base idea. Okay, I want to just quickly run through my base ideas for this world. It's a 3-step huge mega project that you are not going to want to miss any of, because it's going to be super cool. So the first step is underground. So as you know, when you're in the early stages of Minecraft, you need a lot of resources. You're doing a lot of mining, so you're spending a lot of time underground anyway. So I've chosen to have the first stage of this to be underground. I'm going to essentially build a huge underground bunker, and I'll take you down and we can take a look at that in a second. Alrighty, so this is just what I've done so far down here in the bunkers. So we're gonna have several layers of great big long hallways just like this. Now, I know the block palette isn't amazing. It's not. I'm not going to pretend that it is amazing. But the general idea to have the kind of dark gray tones here with the kind of metallic patterns here with the polished andesite and then the lighting blocks, that's the kind of pattern that I want to set up. But I'm hoping that when the next version of Minecraft comes out, 1.16, we'll be able to have access to some darker blocks, some more variety, so that we can take this build to the next level, replace some of the kind of not so perfect blocks like glowstone. That's a really, really ugly block, and replace it and really just bring this build together. But there'll just be huge hallways of this, and there'll be multiple levels of it. Here at the bottom is where we're gonna have the storage system for the mob farm that we're gonna be building pretty soon. And here off to little corners and in the walls we'll have little farms and mobs in here. So here I have an AFK fish farm. This is Doc M77's designed, in case you don't know. Amazing Minecrafter. And down here I have halls I've yet to decorate, enchanting tables and everything like that. And oh dear, sorry, I had to working on portals. Obi is in the diamond chest. Sorry, Cruiser. Someone disabled my nether portal. Oh, okay. Oh, well. That's just the way it goes, I guess. But the real fun thing, and that's what we're going to be working on today, is the top sort of control room center. Now, in this little compartment, we're coming up on here. Yes, so in this little room here, we're going to completely decorate it and give it the same kind of tone we have for the tunnels. And in each of these corners, we're gonna have elevators, just like the one I built on my channel just, I don't know, about a week ago. I'm not sure when I'm gonna upload this, but just like those elevators, we're gonna have one elevator leading down to each of the floors. It is going to be super cool. At least I hope it's going to be super cool. But before we do any building of elevators and stuff, we need to make this place look cool, and that's what we're going to be working on this episode, bringing this bottom this little part of the base to life. It's going to be super fun. I'm gonna go talk to Cruiser. Cruiser, hello. Ooh, look at what? My boy. Okay, I'm sorry, Cruiser. Cruiser just came back. He was looking for some gunpowder, but check this out. He has outfitted us in full diamond armor. What a trooper. Thank you very much. Cruiser. Okay, fantastic. So I have spent the last couple of weeks really on the grind for resources. So I've gotten all of this gray concrete and all this polished andesite and a little bit of glowstone. So what we're going to do is we're going to start working on that little corridor, and we are going to start building our control room. All right, so this is kind of the pattern that I'm thinking about laying down for the floor here. So with our light blocks here, and there we go, and light blocks about there. You know, it's you know, I actually kind of like it. It's a neat little pattern. Again, I am not a fan of glowstone. It is not a very pretty block, but early game, there's really not a whole lot you can do when it comes to light. There's torches and there's glowstone and not much else. So I don't know. And there's also going to be some new light blocks that are going to be added to the game in 1.16. So I'm super excited for that. But yeah, this pattern is kind of what I'm hoping to lay down for the floor, and maybe continue up and have in the walls and the ceiling. And so I'll come back when I've sort of laid down this pattern for the whole floor. So I have done the whole floor here with this little pattern here with the rings of andesite and the glowstone, and I think it is looking pretty cool, looking pretty Fallouty. And I think we'll do very nicely for now. So all I have to do now is to bring it up the walls and into the ceiling and try to continue the whole thing with the rings of andesite. But though I might actually take it and turn it into lines once we get into the walls, and then go back to rings as we go for kind of an arched ceiling effect here. And then maybe once we're done with that, we can put in some bells and whistles to make this thing really look like a control room. Okay, so I've come back in here, and this is, I think, the pattern that I want to go with. little bit of bordering around where the doors into the elevators will eventually go, and this kind of general pattern with the glowstone and the concrete and andesite. I don't know. I think it's gonna work. It looks like actually I'm gonna have to build out the ceiling even taller to get the arched roof thing because I really like how tall these walls are. I was worried they weren't gonna work. I was worried they're gonna look a little bit too tall, and I think they might look a little bit too tall. But you know, on the other hand, I think it actually kind of works having a little bit of a pattern above the door to be able to walk into. I don't know. I think that works. I think it really connects with the floor and everything like that. And I'm just going to take this pattern and I'm just going to continue it around the whole wall and come back when I think that looks good. Okay, and I have finished the walls around here. I got a couple of blocks laying around here, and I've begun even to work on the ceiling a little bit here. I think this pattern is definitely working. I think it may be a little bit andesite heavy. It may be possible that this this trim around here was not necessary, so I might experiment with taking that out. But other than that, as general rule, I think this is coming together nicely. I think this is definitely going to work for this control room. So yeah, I'm super excited how this is coming along. All right, I'm gonna cut back once I have the full ceiling in. Okie dokie, I have finished all of this up. As you can see, I have just put in all of the ceiling, and all the walls and the floor are complete. So I would say that this room, in terms of decorating, is pretty much done. As you can see, I've tapered the ceiling up here in such a way that it matches the outline of andesite circles on the ground here. So I think that really helps to bring the build together. I've also changed the walls here, just, I don't know, kind of pulled the andesite out to the sides a little more so we don't have quite as much andesite and a little bit more gray concrete. I think that makes everything feel like it fits together a little bit more. And other than that, I think this room really works. We have our 4 doorways to each of the elevators. They're going to take us down to the various floors, like here to level 1. But hopefully we'll have an elevator that we can construct very soon down that way. I'm very, very excited. And if we come up here, I've actually been working a little bit on the surface here. As you can see, I've put some blocks. So here I have this above ground bunker I've been working on. I've made the pattern on the floor kind of right here. And my idea is to have this part essentially drop down into the floor and take us down to our control room, where then of course we can go to the various other levels. And we have this casing around it that I am personally not in love with. Let me just sleep here real fast. Okay, I have slept, and yeah, I'm not loving this design here. It's not the best, but I think it's along the lines that I want it to be. So I'm just gonna pillar up here so that you can see about what it looks like. You see all the cows and sheepies over there. And so yeah, it's kind of a nuclear style bunker. Kind of feels like it's being clamped down with these lines of andesite, but I'm just not in love with the shape. It's a little bit too circular, and I like the idea that there's a tunnel kind of leading into it, but I don't think it's long enough. So what I'm going to do is I am going to sort of square off this build a little bit, and then I'm going to take the tunnel and I'm going to try to build it out just a little bit further. And I'm going to see what it looks like when all that's done. And I'm going to see if that kind of improves the shape, because I like the idea behind it, but I'm not in love with the shape. Okay, so my logic here is that we have this nice flat surface with a very slight curve off, and then essentially I tried to round it off on the other end. So what I'm going to try to do is take these edges here and stretch them out, make it look more boxy, more turtly, and see if that fixes our problem a little bit. So what do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blocks across here. So we have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just like that. And then we'd curve off, and then we'd come up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then it would curve, and then it would go like this. You know what? I think that will work. Yeah, I like that. Let me make the build all work with this. Okay, I have gone in and I've made it a little more box-like. And I do like this shape and pattern a little bit more. It feels like the rings on the top need to pop out somehow from the gray concrete. So I might consider lowering the ceiling just a little bit to make it pop out. But of course, I don't want to make it feel like we can't see the ceiling because all we can see is andesite. So I want to find that balance somehow. But that is a balance that I'm going to have to find in my next episode. Thank you very, very much for watching. It was pretty crazy filming this video. I had a plethora of tech problems, as I'm sure you could hear and see, but I just want to really thank you for supporting me and sticking through it anyway. So with that said, if you enjoyed this video, please like and share it with your friends. And if you really enjoyed this video, then please subscribe. And if you do, then I'll be sure to see you in my next video. All right, I'll see ya. Oh, well, I just died. Okay.